Good morning, Tequila Tigers, and welcome back to Mrs. White's At Home Read Alouds. Remember to make sure you have a pencil and paper or a sibling or adult to talk to, because throughout the book that I'm going to read to you today, there are going to be moments where I'm going to ask you to pause and respond to a question, and you'll know when it's time to pause when you see this paper. All right, so we are going to read a nonfiction book today. And remember, nonfiction means that this book has true information in it. So this book is called Dinosaurs, and it's by Gail Gibbons. Take a minute to look at the cover and think about what you notice. You see some dinosaurs eating some plants here. I see another dinosaur here. See another dinosaur kind of coming here. He's got some plants in his mouth. I'm going to look at the back. Okay, oh, it looks like it's a continual cover here. See, we've got the front of the dinosaur here on the cover and the back of the dinosaur here. Some mountains. I see some other little dinosaurs here. All right. Before we start reading, it's always important for us to think about our background knowledge. And our background knowledge means, what do we already know about this? So I want you to think, what do you already know about dinosaurs? And then I want you to make some predictions. What might you learn from this book? Go ahead and press pause. Okay, so hopefully you were able to write down some things that you already know. So let's open up and see if we can learn some new things about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Dinosaur means fearfully great lizard in Greek. Dinosaurs lived between 230 and 65 million years ago. Millions of years before people lived on Earth. There were small dinosaurs, big dinosaurs, and huge dinosaurs. So I can see on the pictures here that we have some labels. And what it does is it tells you how the dinosaur name is spelled, and then underwards and under that in parentheses, here this shows us how to pronounce it. So this is an oviraptor. This is an Ankylosaurus. This is a protoceratops. This is a Stegosaurus. This is an Ankylosaurus. This is a Brachiosaurus. This is an Apatosaurus. This is an Argentinosaurus. This is a Tyrannosaurus. Did you already know anything about any of these dinosaurs? I know I was expecting the T-Rex to be bigger than that, but it doesn't actually look like he's that big compared to some of these other dinosaurs. All right, let's see. Sometimes when dinosaurs died, mud, sand, and other materials slowly covered them. The remains of the dinosaurs and what surrounded them became fossils. So fossil is clearly going to be a vocabulary word in this chapter. A fossil is the remains of a plant or animal that lived at least 10,000 years ago. Well, when I remember at the beginning of the book, it said dinosaurs lived millions of years ago. Okay, so it looks like this is kind of what they mean by a fossil here. And you can tell it's underground, right? That they've dug this up. Although dinosaurs lived for millions and millions of years, The first fossils that scientists determined to be those of a dinosaur were not discovered until the 1820s. Wow, that's crazy that people that lived before the 1820s didn't have any idea about dinosaurs. That's pretty wild. Since then, paleontologists have studied fossils found at discovery sites. By doing this, they have been trying to learn what dinosaurs looked like. When I see up here the word paleontologist, again, that's telling me how to pronounce it. Paleontologists are scientists who study fossils. Oh, okay, so that's what a paleontologist means. That makes sense now. Studying fossils also helps us learn how dinosaurs lived. There are about 1,000 known kinds of non-bird dinosaurs. Most led solitary lives. Solitary means that they hung out by themselves. They were alone most of the time. Now, I want you to stop and think. We just read these pages about all these people. Look at all these people who dedicate their lives to like discovering information about dinosaurs and looking for fossils. So I want you to think about why. Why do you think so many people spend so much time trying to learn about dinosaurs? Why is it important? Go ahead and press pause. All right, let's keep reading, and maybe you can add to that answer more as we keep reading. By studying fossilized teeth, paleontologists have learned that most dinosaurs were plant eaters. Some were meat eaters. Wow, that's like different than sometimes how I think about dinosaurs. Like sometimes I think that like almost all dinosaurs were meat eaters because those are the dinosaurs in the movies, you know. But actually most of them were plant eaters. It says a plant eater had teeth that were fairly flat on top. You can see her pointing to the flat teeth here. A meat eater had teeth that were curved and sharp. You can see a curved, sharp tooth here and lots of sharp teeth inside, and you can see like the flat teeth here. Think about why that might be. Why would a meat eater need sharp teeth and a plant eater flat teeth? Paleontologists have divided non-bird dinosaurs into 7 main groups: prosauropods, theropods, sauropods, stegosaurs, ankylosaurs, ornithopods, and ceratopsians. So let's see if we're going to learn more about those different groups of dinosaurs. Okay, here we go. So this page is all about prosauropods. It's always important to read the title of a page when we're reading nonfiction. Prosauropods were one of the earliest groups of dinosaurs. They ate plants. So we have the Plateosaurus, the Maiasaura, and the Ankylosaurus. And over here, most of them had long necks, lizard-like heads, and long tails. Herrerasaurus, Melanorosaurus, and Rayohosaurus. Oh, in this page, the title is theropods. So we're going to learn all about that group of dinosaurs here. Theropods were the only meat eaters. This group ate plant-eating dinosaurs and other animals. So they ate other dinosaurs and animals. mammals. Okay, so we have the Tarbosaurus, the Deinonychus, the Megalosaurus, an Oviraptor, and over here we have the Allosaurus, the Giganotosaurus, and a Tyrannosaurus. And it says some actually may have attacked or eaten other theropods. They were the most aggressive of all the dinosaurs. Think about what the word aggressive might mean. Wow, so they even ate each other sometimes. You can see this dinosaur over here. He's got another dinosaur in his mouth. So this page is about sauropods. So we have a Brachiosaurus here, a Saltosaurus here, and an Apatosaurus here. Sauropods were the largest and heaviest dinosaurs of all. Oh, so these are the huge dinosaurs. Here's a Diplodocus and an Argentinosaurus. They were plant eaters and had very long necks and tails. I want you to do some thinking for a second. Why do you think it might be important for these plant eaters to have such long necks? Does this remind you of an animal that's still alive today? What is that animal? Go ahead and press pause. So maybe you said something like, oh, I bet plant eaters needed really long necks because look where they have to reach. For some plant eaters, right? These plant eaters, it seems like they really like to eat leaves of trees, right? So, but in order to reach those leaves, they would need to have really long necks to do that, right? That kind of reminds me of giraffes, right? Giraffes have really long necks and they often munch on the leaves that are on trees. All right, so this page is all about stegosaurs. So we have a Stegosaurus here, and it seems like they're telling us these like almost like spiky looking things are called plates. Oh, and there are spikes at the bottom of his tail here. Stegosaurs had plates on their backs and sometimes spikes on their tails. Oh, so that's what makes a stegosaur a stegosaur, is these plates. So here we have the Kentrosaurus and the Wuerhosaurus. Oh, I'm looking at the picture here. I see the spikes and I see this other dinosaur. That gives me some clues about what the spikes might be for. They may have used their tails to defend themselves. They were plant eaters. Oh, so they're eating plants. And maybe if like a meat-eating dinosaur tried to attack them, right, they would defend themselves. They would use their tail to make that meat eater go away, if that makes sense. These dinosaurs are the Ankylosaurs. So here I see a Pinacosaurus, a Hylaeosaurus, and an Ankylosaurus. Oh, okay, this looks similar to the other ones a little bit, but these are called armored plates. And that's like the little kind of area that these spikes are on. And then over here at the end of the tail, they have a club. Okay, let's see. Ankylosaurs were heavily armored dinosaurs. Okay, so all these like parts of that dinosaur's body, they kind of remind people of armor. Okay, this group ate plants. Okay, here's a new group of dinosaurs, ceratopsians. So I see a Proceratops, a Torosaurus, and a Triceratops, and I see some labels here. The horns here are labeled, and frill, this kind of like big thing coming off his head there. Ceratopsians had horns and frills. This group ate plants, and some may have lived in herds. Oh, okay, so these dinosaurs are the ones that kind of like stuck together, maybe. Ornithopods. So we have the Maiasaurus, the Parasaurolophus. Wow, that's quite the name. The Edmontosaurus and a Stegosaurus. And I see a couple of labels here. We have a crest, which looks like this, like almost like hat looking thing on his head. A beak and a bill. Okay. Ornithopods were the dinosaurs that usually had either bills or beaks. Some in this group had unusually shaped crests on their heads. We have a Brachiosaurus here, and an Ankylosaurus here, and an Oviraptor here. It says, it is believed that most dinosaurs had excellent sight, smell, and hearing. These senses were used in searching for food and guarding against attackers. Female dinosaurs laid eggs. Many dinosaur hatchlings were able to live on their own after hatching from their shells. Little hatchlings, that's what the babies are. Excuse me. When when they first come out of their eggs, they're called hatchlings. I have eggs here. Here's a Tyrannosaurus, and I see some other Tyrannosauruses and some other eggs kind of off in the distance there. Wow, it's pretty crazy that many of the dinosaur hatchlings were able to live on their own after hatching from themselves, that they didn't like really need their dinosaur parents to help them. Some other dinosaurs took care of their young until the hatchlings were able to live on their own. Okay, so it seems like this kind of dinosaur, a Maiasaura, they would lay eggs and the dinosaurs would come out and they would take care of their hatchlings. They needed more help. Whoa, this page looks different. I wonder what's going to be on here. Scientists believe a huge meteorite slammed into Earth's surface about 65 million years ago, making an enormous crater. Millions of tons of dirt, sand, and dust were blasted into the atmosphere. Volcanoes erupted. There were earthquakes and tidal waves. Wow, okay, so here's like a little picture of a meteor, and it says after a meteor has hit Earth, it is called a meteorite. Oh, and it shows me a picture of a crater to understand what a crater is. A crater is a big hole. Right, so this meteor hits the Earth and creates a big hole, and everything that used to be there is now like coming up off the ground and being put into the sky, into the atmosphere. Oh, and we can see kind of what that looks like here. Sunlight couldn't shine through the dust and dirt that darkened the sky. Many plants died, and along with them, the dinosaurs disappeared. Okay, so that's one reason why the dinosaurs might have gone extinct. Dinosaurs no longer existed, but some plants and smaller animals survived the disaster. Life went on. Archaeopteryx, a bird-like theropod, lived about 150 million years ago. It had feathered wings and a feathered tail. Paleontologists believe that birds are the descendants of these dinosaurs. What do you think the word descendant means? I see some robins here, right? It tells me these are robins. And then I see a picture of an Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx. Oh, I said that wrong. It's called an Archaeopteryx. I noticed that they look alike, right? Like I see feathers and I see like feet that look like a bird's feet. I see wings. I see beaks. So descendants means like these birds came from this type of animal a long time ago. Many people enjoy going to natural history museums to see dinosaur exhibits. So I see this says dinosaurs here, right? And I see like pictures of dinosaurs. I see fossils, right? These are the preserved bones. And I see people looking and reading signs and learning. Dinosaurs, they were amazing creatures. Paleontologists continue to make discoveries about them. Oh, and it looks like we have a little bit of like some bonus facts at the end of this book. It says more about dinosaurs. Paleontologists believe Tyrannosaurus may have run as fast as 10 miles per hour. Wow, that's faster than humans can run, I think. Or faster than most humans can run. There are some humans who can run faster than that. So this says a Compsognathus, a theropod, was one of the smallest dinosaurs. It was only about 3 feet long. The largest fossilized dinosaur egg ever discovered is about 18 inches long. Wow, that's more than a foot long. A foot is 12 inches. It's like a foot and a half. The largest fossilized dinosaur print ever discovered is about 3 feet wide. It's big enough to sit in. Wow, that's a big foot. Here we have the Argentinosaurus, was one of the largest animals that ever lived on land. It was about 98 feet long and weighed about 100 tons. 100 tons is about 200,000 pounds. Wow, that is a huge dinosaur. All right, now that we've finished the book, I want you to think about 3 things you learned from this book. I want you to think about 2 questions you still have about this book and 1 place you could look to learn more and maybe answer your questions that you have. Go ahead and press pause. Okay, Tequila Tigers, I hope you enjoyed this book about dinosaurs by Gail Gibbons. Gail Gibbons is a really fantastic nonfiction author, and if you come across other books of hers, you should definitely read them too. I hope you come back soon for more. Bye-bye.